Wow, I've been working alongside the Adelaide 36ers for a very long time. That is the loudest and most surrounding I've heard this crowd ever. What was that like to play?
It was amazing, man, and it's a joy to play in front of these fans. Look at it.
We were challenged in the last quarter, which I feel like against a team like Melbourne United is really important. We also needed to find a way to win without you. So when we get closer to the end of the season, I'm sure that's really important. We've just got to find a way to win.
Every game is going to be different in positional challenges, but we came out.
This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Bunnings Warehouse.
A memorable night in Adelaide, and the 36ers get it done in overtime, 114-105. They win it by 9, a 14th win of the season for the first time in 7 years, and they do it in the 100th appearance in the 36ers singlet for Isaac Humphries.
Well, a tremendous statistical game from both teams. They shot the ball well, the Adelaide 36ers. And Andrew, these tight victories are doing tremendous things for the confidence of this team and the building of morale.
For sure, Melbourne United, they'll go back, and sure they're disappointed with the loss, but that was a tremendous fight back without one of their leaders as well. So they've still got a lot to look forward to.
Melbourne have to back up on Sunday, as we know, but Adelaide get it done here. And next up, we're going to be off to Perth, where the Perth Wildcats play host to the Sydney Kings, coming your way. Trust you have enjoyed our coverage. A memorable night in Adelaide. The 36ers with our highest ever score against Melbourne win it 114-105 in overtime. Sydney in Perth coming up next.
This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Bunnings Warehouse.
Winlock receives it, pass inside, Joe Davis out and running, good luck stopping this man. You can keep up. Doolittle says, leave it to me, big fella. Malawatch with a strong finish. Duke Jr. Oh my goodness me. Davis on the step through, that is a crafty move. Another rebound for Perth. Here goes Joe. Robertson cans the triple. Stepping back, sending it up, and sending it through the hoop.
Is Suarez putting it on the floor, getting to the rim.
Duke Jr. from three, swish.
And Xavier Cooks, a statement of intent. It is a heavyweight fight on a Friday night out west as the Perth Wildcats host the Sydney Kings in the jungle. Every game between these two's just got that big game blockbuster feeling about it. The fans streaming in, John Riley and Brian Goorjian with their charges ready to go. Christian Doolittle at the heart of it all for Perth, matched up with Xavier Cooks this evening, Joe Luala-Chul Jr. and of course Matthew Dellavedova over his back for the Sydney Kings. Welcome to the Late Show in the jungle. Joel Peterson, Damon Lowry and Lennart Copeland with you. Underley Maley is courtside. Gentlemen, this could be very fun indeed.
Good evening, JP. Yeah, man, it's we got the night shift. That last game we just saw got me fired up. This game right here, though, Joe, both teams coming off disappointing, heartbreaking losses. I'm expecting some desperation
Indeed, that Perth starting five of Pepper, Windler, Duke Jr., Doolittle and Joe Luala-Chul Jr. remains unchanged from last time out. But, Coach, the big news is that Matthew Dellavedova is back in for the Sydney Kings, and he's in Brian Goorjian's starting five.
Absolutely. Dellavedova, with the experience that he has, will help this Sydney Kings get back on track. Hopefully he can get his shot going, but it's all about how hard they play.
It is a storied rivalry between these two teams. They met in round 5. It was a 22-point win to Sydney. Perth 9-7, the Kings 7-7. Perth coming off that thrilling loss to Adelaide on Sunday, and the Kings having lost their past 2. We're underway in the jungle on a Friday night out west. We will check in with Annalie very soon to get a little bit of feel for things courtside as Duke Jr. gets the opening look for the Wildcats. Pepper will pull down the offensive rebound facet of the game, where this team is very, very good on the glass. Pepper pulls up for 3.
And the most interesting matchup I see right now is Bull Wall against Doolittle. 2 very strong bodies in there. Expect some fireworks, Danny.
Yeah, I didn't think Bull would have went to Christian, but yeah, I don't know if that was a switch or was that on purpose. And Xavier Cook strolls down the key. Nice dive from KD.
Nice start from Xavier Cooks to get his confidence going. 14, 7 and 6 on 7-11 shooting against the New Zealand Breakers. The Kings haven't played since Wednesday. Hadn't played since the Sunday prior to the FIBA break before that. So a while between drinks for the Sydney Kings. Windler from way outside. That one's around and out.
It's coming. Here it comes.
Foul underneath, and they're into it early.
It's a wrestling match, trust me.
Doolittle and Bull Quall opening points to the Sydney Kings. Let's see a little bit of that physical tussle, which is going to be so much a part of the evening. That's going to be a fun matchup to keep an eye on. Let's check in courtside. The final member of our broadcast team, Annalie Maley. Annalie, welcome.
Hey guys, it is absolutely buzzing in here. We were playing the previous game up on the big screen, and the fans are absolutely on edge. I think after the loss last week, like they just want to see a win. Like everyone's ready for some good basketball tonight. It's definitely a good vibe in here.
Indeed it is. A coach's challenge in the early going, 1 minute and 11 seconds in. So this is sort of Adam Ford territory in terms of quick trigger.
I don't think he's going to win this one. Bull Quall, they're both wrestling here. They're both throwing each other down here.
I mean, you either got to call a double foul or just let it go. I mean, you can't let it go because this is they sumo wrestling.
This is a Greco-Roman foul.
Yeah, this is just 2 dudes, just a double foul will calm most of this stuff down. But we all know the Bull won't stop. And Christian Doolittle, he ain't taking a backward step at all.
That's right. And Bull Quall usually guarding someone that he's a lot stronger than. He's not stronger than Doolittle.
Not even close.
That's a defensive end against an offensive lineman, that matchup. And Christian Doolittle was determined not to let Bull Quall, who was the pass rusher on that occasion, past him. 2 physical specimens doing battle, and they're having a good look at this one.
And I'd love to see the referees grab both of these guys now and say, listen, we want you guys to play. I want you to stay on the floor. Calm it down a little bit.
So it will be an early foul on Bull Quall.
That's not a good matchup, Coach.
Nah.
Because Doolittle is going to play power ball. Like you said, Bull is used to guarding guards. I'd rather see him go to David Dukes. Let Xavier Cooks go to Christian Doolittle.
And like you said, Bull Quall's not going to back down, so Bull will be sitting down in a few minutes.
Getting back up down from a challenge, Bull Quall. So a slightly disjointed start to this game as Luala-Chul Jr. rolls his way through. Dellavedova with the rebound, of course. Spent some time on the sidelines through injury and then illness. Davis can't hit the little floater. Almost a half-hour delay with the overtime game in Adelaide coming into this one, Copes. How would that affect the preparation of these two teams?
Well, guys were ready to go. As soon as they come out of the locker room, they go through their routine, they get their shots up, and it's time to play. But to sit there for another 20, 30 minutes, great shot by Pepper. To sit there for another 20, 30 minutes sometimes can take you out of rhythm.
What a thrilling clash that was. 114-105. The 36ers over United to stay top of the table for Adelaide. That had a bit in it, that one. I feel like that one will be dissected. Perhaps on Monday evening, Damon, as Suarez thumps that one down.
Yeah, tune in Monday night, 7 o'clock for the full breakdown, because we saw some stuff we never saw before.
Yep, and overtime is going to be enjoyable this week. That is for sure. Here's Windler working inside. Hollichall Jr. tosses it back to him.
He just walked behind the three-point line, coach. No travel, just step back. Dylan knocks it down. And this mismatches, so Dylan got to guard KD. He can't stay with KD. And on the other end, KD can't guard Windler.
100%.
There you see it in action again. So there's fascinating little subplots everywhere you look in this one. As
Whoa, here we go. Here we go.
Talk about a tone setter. Qual on the other end. He's left alone. Midi, yes.
Come on, man. Bull said, don't forget about me out here. We got a shootout in the West.
And he's been playing some really good basketball this year as well.
Foul number 2.
4th and 5th on the table. Jalen Galloway getting set to check in for Sydney. Some early reinforcements. They go back to Windler, and Davis is right up and in on him.
I'd love to see Windler take KD to the box. No way he can guard him on that box.
Now they switch Pepper onto Davis. Got a wide open look. Wildcats Jr. with the offensive rebound. Puts it in, one to come.
And that's number 2 for Bull Qual. Come on over here and sit next to me.
We checked the Amy replay, and Dylan just did the hop, gather, 0, 2 steps to the three-point line and said, I'll just come out here. That's cash for the lefty sniper. And out of all the fouls Bull Qual get, coach, he gets that soft one on his buddy, JLA.
He's coming out of the game. We've seen this show too many times before.
He's gotten better. He has gotten better, but...
He's relapsing, coach. He's relapsing.
You got to be smarter than that. There's no way I'm going to get that second foul. I want to play. I'll give you a couple of layups. Take them.
Early lead for the Cats. Galloway almost lost his footing. Cooks at the elbow. It's the spot where Brian Gorgon wants a lot of their offense facilitated from. Galloway for 3. No good. It's off the apparatus. Nearly 4 played in this opening term. Perth by 3. Let's go courtside to Annalie.
I have never seen a player beg not to come off the court before, like Bull Qual just did. He said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get another foul. Brian Gorgon said, yes, you will, and subbed him straight on.
Come on off, bro.
Like a child begging a parent not to take them away from the playground. Henschel into the game for the Wildcats. That one's offline. Doolittle can't secure the rebounds.
Kwatnoi, Mala watching the game. Both coaches going to their bench early.
Kwatnoi hasn't been in the greatest of shooting form. He rolls through there, doesn't get the call, leaves it a little bit short. Christian Doolittle, he has been superb of late. Didn't have the finish to the game that he would have liked last Sunday, but his numbers, Copes, have been absolutely immense, and he is right in the thick of all NBL discussion.
Absolutely he is. This is his team now, and he knows that last week he was phenomenal. 7-15 from the field, 17 points and 11 rebounds. He just missed the last shot, and I'm sure he loved to hit that one back.
Windler blocks Davis, gets a little bit of his own back on the defensive ends. And that length is going to be troubling for KD tonight.
And that's the thing. They're going to put some size. I mean, if he would have got past Dylan, you got David Aquera, who's 6'11" back there waiting to block it. Elijah Pepper's hiding out.
25-6 against Perth earlier in the season, did KD. Galloway's 3's offline. Last touch by Wildcats' hands. David Aquera out there now. He's been hyper-efficient this season, has David Aquera, averaging just under 6 points, but on 75% shooting. Last weekend, he was 8 of 9 for the weekend from the field.
Hasn't he gotten a lot better?
He's earned John Riley's trust as Davis steps on the chalk.
Yeah, David Aquera is definitely in the most improved conversations. Remember when he was at Melbourne United not that long ago? Not getting any real playing time. He's evolving.
Chris Reed, Ken Widgeon, Ruben Woolcock now refereeing trio this evening. Windler thought about it. Poked away from him by Malawatch. Got it to Henshaw. Pepper on the drive. Going baseline. Nice little shot fake. Puts it up and in.
Pepper's a scorer, man. Isn't he?
Just ask everyone in the NBL 1 West.
John already said he's an NBL 1 Hall of Fame.
39 or something a game for Rockingham this season. Making threes at will as Davis gets the free throw line jumper to go, and that is right in his bag.
And he's good, but he needs some help. We need Quatnoy to get going. We need Galloway to knock down a couple of shots just to open it up for him.
Widler for three. That's no good. Two little pinches the rebound off Galloway. Had no right to that ball. Pepper for three. Where are the offensive rebounds? Up and in.
He's balling. He's balling.
Foul on the play for David Quera.
Coach, what a luxury to have John really got. You got JLA, who's already giving you 17 points, 19.7 rebounds a game. Then you bring in 6'11" David Aquera, who can play inside and outside and guard multiple players on the floor.
When you're training against a guy like JLA in practice every day, you're going to get better anyway. And he was already good. Now, he, as you said, he's getting a lot better, more confident, and he's getting more time.
There's lots to like about how this Perth team's travelling at the moment. They played two of the top teams last weekend. They beat Melbourne. They lost to Adelaide narrowly. John really said during the week they played 76 good minutes. It was just that final three. He said, I'm happy to lean into the good 76 as opposed to worrying about the final three, as Davis didn't worry about three there. He cans that one. KD's got that scoring touch early. He's 7 points on 3 of 5 shooting.
Remember the last time KD came down at Perth, JP? When he was at Adelaide 36er, the shootout he had with Bryce.
He's had in 5 games against the Perth Wildcats. He has had 30 or more on 3 occasions. He enjoys playing this team. Sunday Dedge in the corner. That's no good. Duke Jr. fights for the offensive rebound. That's another one for the Wildcats. 7 offensive boards in the game already. Make it 8, in fact. A little bit of extracurricular there as Aquera drives to the hoop.
Hunter did the old classic, Coach. You remember this, Scott Fisher, Vlahoff. Once the first foul is called,
oh yeah,
they're gonna get you the second time.
Every time.
Because they can't call 2 fouls on 1 play.
Make you so mad you want to fight, bro.
I can't imagine you would have ever got embroiled in that kind of brouhaha, Copes.
Come on, you better, hey, I was gonna say you better pull up the tape, but maybe you don't have a VCR. The old tape.
Black and white, wouldn't it? Charlie Chaplin style.
Okay, funny, man.
Oh, terrific defense from Noy. Got the better of his opposite number there in David Duke Jr. 3 minutes of play in this opening term. Perth by 3. Davis doing all he can early.
He's on a heater. You better put somebody on him because he can get going.
Just had that feeling about it.
He's special, Coach.
And if you happen to have him as your captain in your Supercoach team, you might be very, very happy right about now.
Happy as hell.
You just won't be beating the man to my left. Davis looking to push himself into double figures. Leads all scorers in the game with 9. Quatnoy on the take. That's a strong drive, and Sydney back in front.
Forget about shooting percentages. Forget about how many games Quatnoy didn't score the ball that well. In his heart of hearts, in his mind, he has never lost an ounce of confidence in his ability.
And nor should he, because he can get going very easily. You give him a quick second, he's knocking down a shot or 2. And that's what the Sydney Kings need. They need that extra help. You need Cooks taking that ball off the basket and pushing it down and being himself, along with KD, and that's when the Kings are the Kings.
Wildcats in the bonus here. Of course, those 2 early fouls on Qual in just 3.5 minutes. Luala Jr. heads to the line, averaging 18.5 points a game this year, the big fella. Shooting at 60% from the stripe.
Gordon's already played 10 guys in 7.5 minutes. It's just going to be one of those games. If you're a City, you just got to be ready when your number is called.
I've seen it a little bit this year that he hasn't been shy to use the full extent of his bench. Luala Jr. misses the second. Takeaway for Duke Jr. at midcourt. Rumbles his way back the other way and puts it in.
A strong move.
First score of the game for David Duke Jr. Just the second turnover for the Kings so far. Perth with only one. Davis drops it off to Goodrick. Can't get it to go the first time, can the second.
I feel like KD gets up to against teams that have import guards.
Yeah.
Almost like it's something to prove. And he is by far the smallest man out there on the floor, but because he got an elite mid-range game, you rarely see him get his shot block. It's rare. And JLA misses one of his patented jump hooks in the key.
19 points apiece. Perth 7 of 22 from the field with the extra opportunities as Cooks goes straight at Wagstaff.
And that's what he does. You get the ball off the glass, let him go to work, man. Give him some space. It opens it up for everybody else.
But that's not the matchup coach with Jesse. You don't want Xavier Cooks coming at your transition.
4-2-2 in the early going for Xavier Cooks. You know the ways he can fill the stat sheet. Sunday ditch from outside. Oh, this is a good, fun opening term. This continues the trend on this Friday night of hoops. After an overtime thriller in the city of Churches earlier tonight, Davis for three. That's no good. Robertson offensive rebound. Malawat will walk into one. He'll get another look at it.
Good pass.
Underneath to Cooks, who thumps it down.
Man, they're playing with some desperation, man, and this is what we've been asking for the Kings. They know they need to win this game.
What's their next few like, Coach? They 7-7. After they leave here, they next two. Don't they? They got Melbourne again.
Yep, they got Melbourne on Sunday and then Adelaide. So it is a tough little run here for the Perth Wildcats. 5 double-headers in a row. This is the first of them. So they have got a very, very busy schedule, I should say, the Sydney Kings. 46 seconds to play in this opening term. It's the Sydney Kings 23, the Perth Wildcats 22. Let's hear from Dylan Windler, who caught up with Annalie Maley pre-game.
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of right back to it. Obviously, it was an emotional game last week. Had the next day off to kind of just, everybody kind of just, you know, take it in and kind of overcome that and then come back ready on Tuesday, ready to work. And then it was just right back to work, right back to our normal scouting and locking into the next game. I think it was, you know, just trying to get that out of our system and moving on and just looking forward at this point because, you know, every game that's upcoming is the most important for us right now. So, yeah, we had a good practice week and locked back into the scout this week and focused on today.
They're used to playing in big games, this Perth Wildcats team. That loss on Sunday, so many positives they can still take out of it despite that late game fade out, Damien.
Yeah, they know they own the Adelaide 36ers for 3 quarters, for more than 3.5 quarters, you could probably say. But that's why it's a 40-minute game, and you got to give credit to Adelaide for weathering that storm and coming out getting the win. And they would feel like, Coach, when you blow a game, you got to find another way throughout the season to steal a game.
Absolutely. But speaking of Adelaide, how good were they tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
They are a growing, imposing prospect in this season. Perth will get the inbound here. 40 seconds remaining and a little bit of trouble just getting it in.
Sean Bruce makes the 11th Sydney King to play in this quarter.
And it's his 200th game for the Sydney Kings as Duke Jr. hits from outside.
Coach, you don't even know the 11th man on your team back there.
How do you get rhythm? How do you get in any rhythm with 11 guys playing in 10 minutes?
Did you even have 10 other teams?
No.
Time ticking away in this opening term. It's been back and forth. It's been high quality early. 2 big teams on a big Friday night as Cooks goes into the heart of the defense, gets some contact, it drops, and he can hand Sydney the lead to end this opening term.
That's Xavier Cooks. That's the Xavier Cooks we've been looking for right there.
I love Xavier when he put the ball on the floor. Great footwork, great handle. An international mismatch. Can he reward himself?
Indeed he can. That looked pure for a man just shooting 40% on the season from the stripe. The Wildcats will have the final say in the opening term. Duke Jr., the runner, is no good. And the first term has delivered on the promise that this game held. It is the Kings who come into the jungle and they lead by 1 at quarter time. Sydney 26 to Perth 25 in the second leg of a Friday night doubleheader. The Sydney Kings up by 1 at quarter time in the jungle. It is a Friday night blockbuster coming off an overtime thriller in Adelaide. And these two teams are delivering the goods in the early part with plenty of high-flying action on this Friday night. Joel Peterson, Damon Lowry and Leonard Copeland with you here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. Great to have your company at RAC Arena. Sydney 26 to the Perth Wildcats 25. 4th and 5th on the table. Perth 9 and 7, Sydney 7 and 7. Both embroiled in the dogfight that is these playoff spots at the moment in this competition. As Cooks and Doolittle get tangled up here to start this term. Cooks will go to the free throw line, gives us a great opportunity to check in courtside with Annalie Maley. Annalie, you were listening to Brian Goorjian at quarter time.
Gorge was pretty happy with almost everything. He said, everything's great, absolutely everything. You already know what I'm going to say. Stop letting them rebound the ball. They already have 8 offensive rebounds, which is crazy numbers just going into the second quarter. On top of that, he had so much praise for Malowach in the way that he was picking up the ball full court. He said, you're speeding them up, keep doing that, and then he left them out there.
Hey, Annalie, your Perth Lynx share a practice facility with the Wildcats. What was the mood in that group like coming off that Sunday loss?
Guys, I avoided their practice court Monday, Tuesday because I was scared. I didn't want to see it. The faces around that camp was not too great Monday, Tuesday.
Just a steely look of determination. They came into this one with good signs with Xavier Cooks hitting a couple of free throws as well. Whitler rescues the possession for Perth.
You can imagine that, though, you lose a game that you know you should have won. You wouldn't be happy with your game.
No way at all. You got to go to training. You got to move some furniture around and get real smart about what you're doing and look each other in the eye. And they come out with some real aggression. That's their 9th offensive rebound.
Latmayan ties it up. Dellavedova for 3. That's no good. His first field goal attempt on return. You know, he struggles with shooting the ball earlier in the campaign. Mayan gets closed off on the baseline. Whitler banging bodies with Daly outside the Latmayan.
Oh, you got to know, Coach, you post up Daly, oh, you're going to get one to the ribcage.
Man, Daly out there playing rugby league, man. Daly get popped upside the head. Come on, man.
He'd been playing Aussie rules out there at Maryborough, Copes, against teams like the mighty Trentham Saints. They're stellar full forwards and all. Here's Tyler Robertson from outside. He can't hit that one. Joe Luala-Chul Jr. pulls down the rebounds. JLA almost tosses it away out there with Mayan, Windler, Doolittle and Duke Jr. to start this second term for the Wildcats. All tied up at 28. This fierce rivalry between two storied franchises. Windler can't keep a hold of it. Will go back with the Kings.
The evolution of JLA. He's not that young, but he's not that old. But, Copes, if he can get that same move going to his left, the scouting report says that JLA will go right. He might fake left, but he's coming back to his right. I like to see him just develop that a move going left. That'll really keep the defense guessing.
Yeah, he's good at what he does. I'd like to see him post up a little bit more under the basket rather than on the box where he has to make that move, because if he gets going, they're going to come double team.
Noy from outside.
That's the quad Noy we know.
And that starts to make life easier for the likes of Kendrick Davis. Brian Goorjian wants to call timeout.
Poor kid.
31-28. You could see him in the back of that shot, gesturing to the referees that he wanted to talk it over after the made 3. Let's take a look at the Amy replay.
Yeah, Christian Doolittle got buried for some reason inside the key. Good kick out by Kendrick Davis. And Kawat knows what to do with it.
2 points, 1 of 8 against New Zealand last Wednesday. He's got 5 points on 2 of 3 in the early going here, has Kawat Noy. 31-28 for the Sydney Kings. They've got the early lead. Let's hear from Xavier Cooks, who caught up with Annalie pre-game.
Okay, I want to ask you about this week's preparation. Like, what has the lead up into this game looked like coming off the back of your guys' last one?
Yeah, we had some tough losses the last 2 games, but getting ready for this week's a big test for us. We've got obviously this game and then go down to Melbourne and the Adelaide game on Wednesday. So mostly trying to get our bodies right and kind of have a good mindset coming into these games.
And then, like, Thinking about some key matchups, I want to know what the game plan is around JLA and like what have you guys spoken about as a group?
Yeah, I mean, JLA's been unbelievable all year. I think the main thing for him is not letting him be comfortable. He's got such great touch around the rim, and trying not let him get into his spots is the main thing. Another one is Doolittle, who's been playing really well basketball as well. So
some big matchups for that man tonight. He leads all scorers at the moment with 11. He and Kendrick Davis getting it done in the early part of this one. For the Sydney Kings, they lead by 3. Of course, Matthew Dellavedova back in tonight for the Kings. Bull Qual back out there.
And straight back to Doolittle, who hasn't any, he doesn't have any points, coach. Perth got 28 points and Doolittle got none of them.
Good to see he's got a jersey that is fully structurally sound. Christian Doolittle, after he absolutely eviscerated the last one he had. JLA gets met at the rim. Suarez did all he could, and Joe was just that little bit too good.
It's a strong move by Joe. Dive to the basket, pick and roll, and just go hard to the basket.
Good pocket pass. The shortest player on the court right now, well, Elijah Pepper just subbed in, but that was a very big lineup that Perth can put out there at any given stage. David Duke's going at least 6'4", 6'5".
Got some real versatility, this Perth team. They are a more stout defensive unit this season.
You saw the Sydney Kings. I mean, you talked about Sydney playing 11 guys in 10 minutes. Wow. That one baffles me right there.
Yeah, we ain't never seen that. We got no reference point for that. But when you look at a guy like Jaden Galloway, who's averaging 21 minutes a game, it's going to be hard to get into a rhythm as Bull Qual whirls his way to the hoop for a deuce. So Jaden's got to know, I got maybe 4 to 5 minutes a quarter to get hot and make something happen.
Let's see if we can recapture Fever, Jalen Galloway.
And how good is he when he plays?
Oh, incredible. Incredible. Hasn't been able to translate that confidence and that swagger to his Kings action. Davis misses. Rebound falls to Duke Jr. Windler pushes the tempo. Chris Reed calls the foul.
And I think it's smart by John Reed, too, not putting Elijah Pepper, because sometimes you go all like for like, size for size. With Elijah Pepper, you know, you're kind of short, even though he's not. You guard KD, that'd be a crazy.
That's not going to happen.
That ain't going to happen. So Elijah Pepper's hiding out on one of them 6'7" dudes, and Kendrick got to go up against the height of the rest of the Perth Wildcats.
Joel Peterson, Damon Lowry, Leonard Copeland, Arnold Maley with you. Friday Night Hoops in Hungry Jack's NBL. Joe Luala-Chul Jr. rolling inside once, twice, thrice. That's nice.
Moses Malone, throw it against the glass, get a rebound. Throw it up again, get a rebound.
A little bit of stat padding from JLA. He has got 4 O boards in this one. Suarez from outside. He was knocking those down pre-game, Copes.
He was too, wasn't he? Looked good.
Couldn't hit that one.
There's a difference when you got a hand in your face, though.
And the bright lights come out a little bit differently as Luala-Chul Jr. and Kendrick Davis go in for the wrestle. JLA did get it up and in, but it was after the jump ball had been called. Possession arrow will take that back with the Kings by the looks as JLA checks out.
7-footer goes out, 6'11" comes in.
8 points, 5 rebounds early for Joe.
And that's why those bounce passes, Coach, we were talking about in the previous games, throwing a bounce pass to a big, Kendrick Davis had a chance to get his hands on it.
Absolutely. Throw that thing in the air.
Staying in red.
I'm giving Bull Qual maybe 1 minute. I'm sorry.
Outside.
10 seconds. I'm sorry.
He was going to hit the deck either way. Foul is on Doolittle.
Wow.
Not Doolittle
around.
I mean, it's a nice move, but it is basketball, not wrestling. So Perth 32, Sydney 33, 5:52 left in this second term. Let's check in courtside with Annalie.
That foul was bound to happen like 24 seconds before it actually did. You had Qual and Doolittle. It was like touching each other, hitting each other, touching each other, hitting each other. They got 4 warnings from the refs before it actually happened.
It's going to be a watch all evening, that is for sure.
I'd love to see the referees call both both guys over and say, look, guys, I want you guys to play. I want you to be on the floor. But if you keep this up, you're both going to be sitting down. So be smart about it. Sometimes they need to remind you.
Duke Jr. on the drive. Rolls that one home.
Tough finish. David Duke is a scoring guard. He gets downhill. He's got great size and strength.
Davis front rim. Rebound to Windler. He's second in the game so far. Doolittle still scoreless. He's got 5 boards. Duke got up in the air.
I got it. All right, so.
And Doolittle is subbing out with no points.
Behaviour warning on Kendrick Davis by the sounds there. He was called for the foul as well. Bull checks out of the game for Sydney.
One thing you got to give Bull his credit for playing hard. He plays hard all day long. Whenever he's out there, he's playing hard.
And hasn't took a playoff in his life.
Gonna be a kick ball.
Is that a Noah sighting?
It is indeed.
That Noah music, JP?
Noah Kwaku is out there, the French next star. Made limited appearances so far this season for the Wildcats. Henschel drains that one, but it came after the play.
The depth that John really has at his disposal, and Brian, I mean, it's just, we'll see rotations get somewhat shorter as the playoffs roll around, but in a regular season game, you're just gonna see more horns, more subs than we've ever seen.
And I think, you know, we don't talk about it a lot, but that's probably why we need more teams. There's a lot of guys, man, on these teams, on these benches that deserve playing time. Yep. And I get that coaches are trying to accommodate. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's not, but 12, 14 teams, and then you can spread it out a little bit.
Good to see the young man out there as Kendrick Davis gets 2 more. He's up to 12 in the game. Foul called Duke Jr.
And don't sleep on Malawatch's defense.
Oh, he's nice. And can shoot it as well.
Yeah, he gives you the same intensity that Bull Quall gives you. Brian basically got 2 for 1. Bull is the more accomplished defender, but you can see that Malawatch got the same type of defensive chops.
Like 13 minutes a game this year. Nakosh Malawatch, he's had to play extended minutes on a few occasions when Bull Quall hasn't been available. Davis for 3. No good. Rebound Wagstaff out there with Henschel, Duke Jr., Aquera and Pepper for the Wildcats. Pepper goes to the spin move. Baseline. Falls off the rim. Cooks with the rebound out there with Malawatch, Goodrick, Davis and Robertson.
Pepper been playing in the hood. Where Pepper get that move from, bro? Wow.
Cooks outside. Robertson for 3.
You see that?
Some hot cayenne pepper in the hood. Some chili.
Yes, sir. That's one of them playground backyard moves right there, bro. Deep down south.
He in trouble right here, because that's just too easy. Yeah.
Speeding through the defense goes Kendrick Davis. Sydney out to a 6-point lead. 40-34. Xavier Cooks has got a little bit to say. Equal biggest lead of the game for either team at 6.
This is the matchup that Elijah Pepper has been avoiding for most of the game.
And so he should.
Because that's why right there.
Was it like his feet were nailed to the ground?
Where'd he go?
He gone. He gone.
He gone. 40-34. 3 minutes and 26 seconds remaining here in this second term. The Hungry Jacks NBL Ignite Cup presented by Disney Plus is turning up the heat. Catch all the latest updates. Head to nbl.com.au/Ignite Cup for all updates, including the ladder, as we edge closer to crowning the inaugural winners. 40K for 400K. 60% of that going direct to the players, of course. We'll be back in action on Wednesday night. Sydney and Adelaide. Scan the QR code on screen, of course, that big final on Feb 22nd. Tassie kept themselves in the running on Wednesday night. I think the one thing we know about the Ignite Cup, unfortunately for Kings fans, is that they won't be in the final. They've played 3 games already and they've been eliminated, but the Perth Wildcats still in the hunt.
The Kings got enough money
for the 9 remaining.
They don't get out of bed for less than $1 million. They're like 400 grand, they ain't gonna get us out to the Gold Coast.
Generally, when you've got a kingdom, you're fairly well off. Ryan Gorgon instructing his team as they walk back out onto the floor.
Now, one thing about all the substitutions that Brian Gorgon's making, Copes, Kendrick Davis ain't part of that rotation plan.
No, sir.
He leaving KD out there.
Because KD's cooking.
Because KD got scoring stamina.
14 points, 6 of 12 for Davis. He's got 4 rebounds, 2 assists. We saw a 30-point double-double from Bryce Cotton early tonight, almost the first triple-double of his career. He did foul out for the first time in his career.
And he wasn't happy, was he?
He was not happy indeed as Wallachul Jr. loses that one. Robertson with the takeaway and then tosses it away. 6-point lead to Sydney, 3:05 remaining in the second term. Annalie, what did JR have to say in the Perth huddle?
Most of it was dealing with pressure release, like finding a way to move the ball up the floor so they're getting into their offense a little bit earlier than just 10 seconds left, and then attacking down the middle of the floor.
Duke Jr. attacks there, can't finish. Kings will push the tempo. Cooks. Robertson. Cooks slips the screen and he stepped on that sideline, which has been troublesome for the Kings so far. It's caused 2 of their 3 turnovers.
Copes, I like David Dukes Jr.'s offensive game, right? But it's so much offensive firepower on the Perth Wildcats. Somebody got to take responsibility for distributing the ball.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, because you got 5 guys out there that can score. You need a Damian Martin type, a Brad Robbins. Like, who is the actual guy that can just distribute? Because I feel like that's one of the reasons they lost that game late against Adelaide.
Yeah, absolutely. They need a real point guard, somebody who can facilitate and get everybody involved. David Duke Jr. can do it, but he's more of a scorer than he is a facilitator.
Nice hit from Sunday Detch outside. Drags it back to just 3 points, the margin. Detch with a couple of 3 balls in the game so far. 2 minutes and 10 left in this first half. Henschel fouls Davis on the 3-point attempt.
KD is loving this. He's putting JLA in the ball screens. JLA is playing a deep drop coverage, and you can't do that against scoring point guards.
Look, I'm treating KD like you treat Cotton. Go get him, go double him, make him get rid of the ball, make somebody else beat you. Right now, he's cooking.
Cooks and Davis have combined for 25 of their 40 points so far. Davis's season best was 34 against Melbourne United on Cup Eve. That one rattles out.
And on the defensive end, there's nobody that's making Kendrick play D. Like, nobody's going to post him up. This is the best era to be a small guard in because you're not going to get posted up.
I talk about it all the time. Whenever I saw a small guard, I licked my lips.
I know.
No, I got to have you on this block. Come see me down here, son.
I remember.
How did that go for you, Dan?
He wouldn't shut up about it.
He still won't. 42-37.
Your open invitation to the box. Come on, son. I got you right here. Happy birthday.
Just hope no one takes that particular comment out of context. 42-37. It is late on a Friday night, but you're treading dangerously there, Copes. The NBL app is the place to go for all your NBL, NBL 1 and WNBL action. Your all-in-one hoops hub. Of course, new design, live scores, highlights, and much more. Download it by scanning the QR code on your screen. And stay close than ever with the NBL app this season. Of course, you can flick across and find those WNBL scores. Annalie's Perth Lynx in action on Sunday, Damon, against the Townsville Fire.
That could be a grand final preview.
That is going to be all kinds of fun. As is our Sunday hoop slate in the NBL. We've got a great weekend lined up for you coming off this bumper Friday night as well. Takeaway here for Detch, who races up the floor, can't finish. Daly slaps it out, only as far as Henschel. Float game prevent Henschel, won't fall. Foul on the loose ball. Among all the chaos and all the traffic, Hunter Goodrick's been called for the personal.
Out of all those superstars, high-caliber players out there on the floor, Hunter, you are not going to get one of those superstar calls.
And you see what Cooks did? He went and grabbed him and said, hey, calm down.
Relax.
It's a foul. Let it go. Leave the referees alone. I love that.
Second on Goodrick. Galloway's got 2. Qualls got 2. Suarez with 2 for Sydney. Christian Doolittle's got 2 for Perth. And he's still scoreless in this game with 5 rebounds. He's 0 of 3 from the field.
Come on, Doolittle. We talked you up early in the game.
What is JLA shooting from the free throw line this season?
He's shooting 60%, came into the game at 74 for 123, so he's 2 of 5 tonight, so 76 of 128 on the year.
He's leaving a few on the table.
There he goes, he's going to get a second look at this one, in fact, on the lane violation. So a couple of those this evening, and he misses anything.
And you see what John Rudy's done. He's got Christian Doolittle guarding the screener.
Dellavedova zips through the defense and rolls it home.
That's great for Dellavedova's confidence.
He moves JLA to guard Xavier Cooks, so he don't have to worry about playing in a deep drop coverage. Little chess match going on.
Good to have Delly back. Missed those 3 games for the Sydney Kings either side of the fever break. Sunday Detch, that's a tough move. Just couldn't finish it off. Kendrick Davis speeds up the floor. Pulls it back out, under a minute to go in this first half. Goes at Henschel, got him up in the air, tosses it inside to Goodrick. Catches it, treads the tightrope on the sideline, shovels it inside. Goodrick, not the first time, swatted by JLA.
Hunter, come on, man.
Not in here, not this evening.
Windler, outside, Henschel, got it.
Good looking shot.
First points of the night for Ben Henschel. Pulls it back to a 2-point gap. Half a second shot to game clock.
Great penetration and kick. Benny always going to be ready to let it fly. Look at Kendrick. He's like, I don't want you to scream me, but JLA's like, I'm not coming up there.
Setting things up, pulling the strings. The mastermind of the Sydney offense can't deliver there. And the Kings lead by 2 at the half. They led 26-25 at quarter time. With a half in the books, it is 44-42 in this second leg of a Friday night doubleheader. 2 of the biggest rivals in the competition, and it is delivering to halftime.
Man, we're spoiled rotten. Spoiled rotten watching all this good basketball. Great job by the Sydney Kings. This is what you want to do when you go on the road. You don't want to go in with a deficit, obviously. You want to take the crowd out of it as much as you can and execute. And so far, 2-point lead. Brian will be happy with that.
Both teams are playing desperate. Both teams want this win, and both teams need this win. So it's pretty good basketball in the first half.
Kendrick Davis's game's been box office in the first half. He's got 16 points. His interviews are always box office. Let's hear from him. He's with Annalie.
This game has had a lot of firepower in it so far. How does it feel out there right now?
Feel good, but yeah, it's going to be a dogfight.
Your mid-range game is working. So is almost every layer of the floor. What are you going to focus on going into the second half?
Rebounding.
Okay, best of luck.
Thank you.
Kendrick Davis, he's giving it his all at the moment. 44-42 at halftime. This is a special Friday night. There's plenty more in store. We'll break it all down for you on the other side of this. Half-time in the jungle, and what a game we've got on our hands at the moment. A 2-point contest. It's been physical, it's been fast, it's been high octane, and there's been great plays made at both ends of the floor. Plenty for both coaches to ruminate over here at half-time. Joel Peterson, Damon Lowry, Leonard Copeland breaking it down for you. There are our stats. Damon, what do you see there?
I like a lot about those stats. I like the turnovers the most. This game is being played extremely physical. It could resemble a WWE main event, but they're taking care of the basketball with all that physicality going on. So only a 2-point game in it. It could go either way from here.
Yeah, it's a bit of Bull Quoll and Christian Doolittle in UFC 245 or something like that so far tonight. Kendrick Davis has been leading the line for the Sydney Kings. As ever, he's been in red-hot form tonight, Copes, and he is our Hungry Jacks halftime highlights.
He's been on fire, 16 points, 6 for 13 from the field, but that mid-range is on fire, and from the word go, he's letting it fly. You don't have anybody who can guard him right now, and he knows it, and he's cooking. You know, he's getting guys involved. He's doing all the right things, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. But when he comes off this screen, because the bigs are dropping, he's got an opportunity to knock these shots down, and that's what he's doing.
He's been absolutely terrific. And from the moment he stepped out there tonight, Damon, you just got a sense that he was set for a big one.
I feel like he gets up. Well, first he gets up every game, but if there's another import guard on the other team, it seems like he saves something extra special. And Kendrick Davis, like as we look at his Blackmore shot chart, 16 points, real good percentage. He's not done yet, neither, Coach. And right now he's trying to manipulate the Perth defense. He's trying to put JLA in ball screens. JLA is trying to stay down low. So John Ridley's playing chess with his bigs on who he's going to put out there to try to take the ball out of Kendrick's hands, make it tough for him.
He's played Perth 5 times. He's got 30 or more points 3 of those 5 times. He's on track for that again tonight. He's Kendrick Davis. Xavier Cooks has also had a little bit of a really good game so far in this one. He's perfect from the field early on in the game. 4 of 4, 11 points, 5 rebounds again. Just doing a bit of everything, Cobes.
Not enough shots. You're 4 for 4. You got to give him a couple more shots. But he started off well, too. Getting the ball off the glass, pushing it down the floor. And anytime he's going and got himself going, the Sydney Kings are going as well. 5 rebounds. He's knocking down his free throws. He looks aggressive, and he looks like he's having fun on the floor, Daniel.
They got all the talent in the world. It's just a matter about can they still include all their best pieces. When we look at the Blackmores head-to-head.
Isn't that a contrast?
And Doolittle got another O in his name. Doolittle. Oh, I can't believe he 0 for 3. Now, Coach, them 3 shots he took was in the first quarter. He didn't take a shot in the second quarter. That is preposterous to me. They got to find a way to get that man involved.
Especially because he's the leader. He's got to get himself involved. I got to shoot the ball because he's good enough. He knocks down threes. He can post up at any time. Get yourself going so you can help your teammates out.
And he has been the one so far this season. When they've needed someone to come through in a big spot, it has been Christian Doolittle.
He's going to rip another shirt if they don't get him involved. We saw what he did last game in that loss. But look, they're only down by 2 points, so it's not panic stations. But as this game goes on, they're definitely going to need him.
Yeah, I think the Perth Wildcats fans would be nervous. The property manager would be even more nervous at this point, whoever's looking after those jerseys. Hey, big Saturday of hoops coming your way tomorrow. A couple of intriguing games. Tassie and Cairns kicks things off up in far north Queensland, 5:30 Eastern Daylight Time. And then the late game, gee, hasn't this got a few layers to it? Southeast Melbourne and the suddenly rejuvenated New Zealand Breakers.
My man, Perry Confident, Copes. He over there doing some good finish work with the Breakers. They making a move up the ladder.
And, of course, that's down in the beautiful region of Gippsland, which is nowhere near Ballarat.
You know where that is, Damo?
Playing along at home. Nowhere near Ballarat, about 3 hours away. Geography not our man's specialty here. Calling the game certainly is. It's going to be a big second half. We've got all of it coming your way from RAC Arena. Kings by 2. Second half is on the other side. 2 points the difference as we start the second half out west. It is the Sydney Kings 44 leading the Perth Wildcats 42. Sydney won by 22 when they met in round 5. The previous 5 games between these two teams had been decided by single figures, so they have got a history of close ones, and we've got another one in store this evening. The Kings by 2. Brian Goorjian and John Riley getting ready to draw up their final messages before this second half begins. Joel Peterson, Damon Lowry and Leonard Copeland with you in commentary. Anneli Maley is courtside with us this evening. Of course, earlier tonight we had a thrilling overtime win for the Adelaide 36ers over Melbourne United to cement top spot in this NBL season. This Friday night doubleheader rolls on 44-42 to the Kings. Let's get an update here with Anneli Maley.
Guys, it felt like everything was really rolling early for both teams, but right now, as it stands, Sydney's only shooting the three-point ball at 18%. So I think that things could really, really extend for them if they just start hitting more of those open shots, because they're getting good looks, then they can run more in transition. The other stat that really stood out to me was the 11 O boards for Perth. So on the flip side, they also need to stop Perth from getting on the O glass, because really that's what's keeping them in the game at the moment too.
And that was as much as Kendrick Davis had to offer in terms of what was coming in this second half, is they were going to rebound the ball more, and that's going to be a focus for them coming out of half-time. No doubt about that. Davis has got 16, Cooks has got 11. Joe Luala-Chul Jr. and Dylan Windler have both got 8. Doolittle is scoreless so far in the game, which is the big curiosity and the big watch as we go into this second half.
You want to play for him, Coach, the first possession?
Absolutely. Yeah. Go at him straight away. But as good as Sydney are playing, there's only 2 guys that are doing the damage. I mean, if Perth are serious about this, shut one of those guys down.
Wow. Cooks
obviously not.
with a huge slam to start the second half.
You see what happened? JLA came up and tried to show aggressive on the ball screen for the first time, and Kendrick split him into bad health.
We just have not seen all that much of that from Xavier Cooks this season, that kind of aggressive, explosive slash to the hoop. They do want to get it into Doolittle on that right side. Back out for Duke Jr. Free on the shot clock, tosses it away.
Did you see that bump?
Hip and shouldered him. As we check the Amy replay, watch Kendrick split this ball screen. Hit the dive in Eric. Xavier Cooks for an easy dunk.
Eric's his dad.
My championship teammate. Yeah, Bull Call got away with a vicious one there, didn't he?
I would not be surprised. We get a little rumble in the jungle out here.
It was never going to work for Dylan Windler. Davis back the other way in transition. Kendrick Davis has got 19. He's picked up where he left off in the first half.
He taking that Elijah Pepper assignment with all the disrespect.
Yeah. And that's what good guards do. They know when they have someone on them that can't guard them.
Biggest lead of the game for the Wildcats. Duke Jr. from outside cuts back into that and just turns around to the Sydney bench and says hello.
Elijah Pepper created that one. A little bit of penetration, kicked it out to the open shooter, and Kendrick is in his bag.
Duke Jr. is the first Wildcat into double figures. Delve it over, gives it up. Davis in the corner. No good. Rebound, Pepper out and running. Duke Jr.'s up ahead. Pepper goes himself, can't finish.
2-on-1. Somebody should have got a basket in.
Delhi thought about it. Bull Quell does more than think about it. He knocks it down and stares them down.
Hey, he's good at that, isn't he?
You forget the Bull can shoot the rock.
That's right.
His defense just gets all the attention, but dude always been a good three-point shooter.
40% three-point shooter this season. He was 4 of 6 last time out. Offensive foul against Christian Doolittle. And he is having a dirty night thus far, the big man. That's his 3rd.
Let's have a look, Coach.
Couple down, Zay. Coming. Here we go.
I mean, yeah.
I've seen more between him and Bull, so let's see how they call it.
Got to adjust.
0 of 3.
Kenny said
Christian Doolittle. Ken Widgeon saying you're welcome to challenge it, John.
No.
Davis walks into one and knocks it down.
No.
Davis is having himself a night. He's got 22, and he has dragged the Sydney Kings to a game-high 10-point lead to start this second half.
And that's why they brought him to Sydney. Go to work, son. No one wants to guard you. You can't go under a screen when a man shoots the ball like that.
Never, ever, 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 never, ever go into KD's ball screens.
Let's listen to John Riley.
Get ourselves going with our boys, build in help for each other. Hey, press break, you take it out. You two up, you screen for Pep. You play at half court, you're back. Take it out, try and get it back to him, play with pace, okay? Hey, you can come and get him with a quick terror, play, pop, and then we're in the flow. If they're not, if we can just walk it up, let's go stack with Windler and Joe. You get to this corner. If we come up and want to play chase, you can play chase with Here we go.
Coach, that's all great on the offensive end, but what are we going to do on the defensive end with this KD ball screen?
How are we going to take the ball out of KD's hand? Go double him, make him pass it to somebody else, because right now, he's the only one causing havoc.
We've heard from Adelaide a number of times tonight that John Riley has put a real focus on trying to beat that Sydney pressure. That was a big message there. Clearly, that's something that's sort of sticking with him at the moment.
Well, I think he needs to focus a little bit more on the defensive side of things rather than trying to break this press, because they're getting the shots that they want. They just can't stop KD on the other end.
He's got 22 of their 55, Kendrick Davis. Windler outside for Doolittle. Backs his way down on Quoll, shoots over the top of him, around and out.
That might have been a genius move by Brian Gorgie to put Bull Quoll on him, because he's in his head now.
Quoll hasn't picked up another foul after the 2 in 3 minutes to start the game. Wildcats Jr. across the lane, he can't hit. JLA is 3 of 10.
You're right, Coach, because Bull Quoll will make you very uncomfortable.
Suarez for 3. Oh. He knocks it down. 13-point Kings lead. They're starting to stretch their legs, the visitors.
The Kings are taking it personally.
4 threes already in this quarter. Answer there from Windler. These two teams have combined for 6 triples in 3 and a bit minutes. A white-hot shooting start to this second half for both of them. Davis, free throw line, turnaround, short, rebound, Cooks, no, falls to Pepper.
One thing's for sure, they better get Pepper off of KD. They better put some size on him, and they better double him.
Pepper from way outside.
Ooh, Pepper, salt and pepper.
He shot it from the A in RAC on the logo.
Pepper said, come out here. Come out here, KD, I got something for you.
Elijah's got 7 on 3 of 9 shooting. 3 rebounds and an assist as well. Bull Quoll down low.
And that's that big, strong body. Bull Quoll is massive, man. He's big for a guard.
6'7", every bit of it.
9 points on 4 of 4 shooting for Quoll.
And it seems like every shot Perth has inside, it's a tough shot.
Or it's no shot like it was there for JLA. Galloway thought about the reverse. Cooks to Davis.
Ooh, wow! This is a tough. They're shooting the lights out.
Heads up play from Xavier Cooks. I hope he gets an assist for that, because he tapped that out to KD.
25 for Davis, and the steal. Drops it off to Galloway, who's fouled.
I see 3 guys on the sideline. If I'm rolling like this, I'm gonna let them roll. Why do the other guys have to come in? Let these guys go right now.
Coach, the quarter only been going for 4.5 minutes.
Come on, man. Look.
You're gonna kill your own momentum. That's what you're risking.
You might as well go 5 on, 5 off, man. Come on, man.
Kendrick Davis was 2 of 10 last time out from beyond the arc. 5 of 17 threes, 18. He had 11 assists in that game against New Zealand. Tonight, he's got 25 on 9 of 18 shooting. He is 5 of 10 from beyond the arc. He's got 4 rebounds and 4 assists.
Bull Quoll, 3 out. Bull Quoll hit a 3. Tim Suarez hit a 3. Zay with the assist. Come sit down. All right, let's see what this group can do.
Davis, Goodrick, Galloway, Noy, and Malawatch is the 5 for Brian Georgian. Henschel back out there now for Perth. He gets a look in the corner here. line. Continues to struggle from outside. Ben Henschel shooting it below 28% this season. Davis back the other way. He's got 25. Make it 27 for KD.
You clowning, KD.
When are they going to make the adjustment? Okay? Whoever's on him can't guard him right now.
Unless they're going to get security to kick him out of the building, I'm not sure what the adjustment is. As that one falls, Henschel with a tough finish in contact.
The adjustment is now send a double now.
We don't need a pick.
They've got 22 points already in the corner. Davis has got a 30-piece. We are only halfway through the third term. King Kendrick is ruling the jungle tonight.
Is this the new?
Doolittle off the glass to answer back and open his account. At long last.
Now you can have those 2 points if you're gonna give up 3 on the other end. You're still behind.
Now Doolittle going to KD.
Where's this ball going? It's going to find its way back to this man.
What?
From way outside. Not this time for Davis. There's an air of expectation when he's got the ball at the moment.
He couldn't believe how open he was.
Sydney by 14. They toss it down low. Aquera had position. It's the call from Ken Widgeon. Too long in there.
That was a quick 3 seconds. But it was the right idea for David Aquera. Had Kendrick on him, but if you're going to play one-on-one against Kendrick, you get what you deserve.
Yep, absolutely. If you're going to put Pepper on him, or you're going to go under a screen, he's too good for that.
69-55. 3:41 remaining in the third term at the Tangerine timeout. Of course, Hoops Fest is coming up in January. Australia's biggest basketball culture and lifestyle festival. It'll take over from the 15th to the 18th of January. Don't miss out on everything Hoops Fest has to offer. NBL, WNBL season action. And of course, you can win the ultimate trip to Hoops Fest this season. Flights, accommodation and more. Scan the QR code on screen or head to hoopsfest.com.au for tickets. It's going to be a magnificent week of hoops out in the West. So much fun. And as of, Monday, it is only a month away, which is very, very exciting indeed.
How many sleeps is that, JP?
That'd be 31 at this time of year, wouldn't it?
31 sleeps to the fest.
Of hoops.
Of hoops.
69-55. That's why you and I don't work in marketing, my man. 3:41 remaining in the third period. Joel Peterson, Damon Lowry, Leonard Copeland and Annalie Maley with you on this Friday night. Earlier, it was Adelaide who got the better of Melbourne in overtime. It was an absolute thriller, and it's Sydney doing the business at the moment here. Let's check in courtside with Annalie, who was listening to JR.
Guys, I think your prayers might have been answered. He subbed in Sunday Det and said, next time KD is on, it's you that's guarding him. He's not even on right now, and he's preparing him for next time he subs back in.
Well, it's about time.
The way it's going at the moment, he could probably still score even though he's not out there. As Malawach lays that one home, they continue to tick the scoreboard over the Kings. They have got 27 points in this quarter alone.
Defense obviously, sorry, JP. Defense obviously wins championships. But, Coach, everybody talks about this pace of play and playing fast. You don't want to play fast. You down 16. I need to slow the game down. I need to control the tempo.
And make Sydney play some defense. You come down and take a quick shot and miss. Sydney are running the ball right back down, and they're scoring. That's the difference. You got to be smarter. You got to use your IQ sometimes.
Jesse Wagstaff went past 4,000 career NBL points last time out. Just continues to add to that ever-growing tally. Galloway with an athletic take, no good. Good defense, Aquera. Henschel back the other way. Free throw line jumper, Kansas.
So we're looking at some no-pass offense. Jaden Galloway came down in transition. I didn't mind it because he was open. Benny Henschel took it upon himself. But this is what the issue is in the half court. Can they get some stops? KD is on the bench having a rest. He's tired of scoring.
27 points to 19 to 17 in the quarter. Wagstaff from outside, no good. Cooks tapped it off the backboard. It worked well for the Kings. Fell to Malawatch. Bruce somehow got through the traffic there. I'm not quite sure how he did that.
Just jumped through it.
Malawatch creates some separation from Aquera and hits the midi.
Now, Coach, the last possession, one pass, Jesse shoots a three-pointer, misses, they back on defense.
That's what I said about making them play some defense. Move that, swing the ball, man. Get other guys involved, make them play some defense. Tire them out a little bit, because right now, they're focused on the offensive end.
Windler, the lone starter out there for Perth at the moment. Cook's the only starter for Sydney. Xavier Cooks is over there chatting to Andrew Bogut and Brian Goorjian as he tries to get a breather in. 73-59, 2:04 remaining here in this third term. Fourth versus fifth. Perth 9-7, Kings 7-7. The Kings with wins this season already over Perth, over Melbourne and over Adelaide. So they have come up against the big dogs and been able to take care of business.
And Illawarra. A smaller dog.
Yes, yeah, medium dog.
You know, this league has so much talent, but it ain't always about the talent, it's about the smarts. It's about using the talent the right way, so.
Illawarra a bit like an aging dog. They were fast and they were sprightly, and now there's just a few signs of wear and tear. Delhi for Cooks. And that is a walk, so a turnover on Xavier Cooks. Let's get courtside to Arnalee. A bit of an injury update, Arnalee.
Yeah, Jesse waxed up just then. He's actually sucked himself off with holding his hammy. He didn't seem to be limping, but he has walked to the locker room just to get checked out. I'll keep you guys updated.
Fingers crossed. Thanks, Arnalee. Wily veteran, knows his body well. He's been doing it for so long. Experienced campaigner in his 17th year. Good defense from Malawatch to worry Sunday Detch out of the points there. 5 on the shot clock here for the Cats.
Brian Goorjian can put 5 guys on the floor who can all defend. Normally there's a weak link somewhere, maybe even 2 weak links.
Windler will have to create something. He's fouled going to the hoop. Sliding into the floor wiper, who didn't have to move too far to do his job, which is nice.
And Coach, that's what you got to do with Delhi, right? Because Delhi's going to try to put a straitjacket on you.
Yeah.
You got to get him going downhill. Because if you try to make moves in space, Delhi's just going to maul you to death. Good job by Dylan Windler, just putting his head down, getting on the rim.
Windler's got 11, Duke Jr.'s got 10. They're the only 2 Wildcats in double figures. There's only 2 Kings in double figures as well. Xavier Cooks has got 13. Kendrick Davis has 30. He is the leading scorer in the game by 17 points. It has been a one-man wrecking crew.
And it's a pretty 32.
Oh, yeah.
So we've had a 40-piece from Bryce. We had a 40-piece from our man QJ Peterson. And KD
is back now, looking for his 40-piece.
Which we know he's more than capable of. There you see it. The way as he's dominating the scoring so far tonight, Kendrick Davis. Here's Doolittle. Whips it to the corner. Detch, 3-ball. No. Foul on the rebounding underneath. Fouls on Cooks.
Camera just automatically pans the bull call.
Yeah. Bull hears a whistle and goes, oh no.
The cameraman's even looking right at Bull.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, the cameraman is just playing the percentages. I think it's completely appropriate.
And Bull doesn't take it personally there. He's just out there playing hard, man.
Mentioned 40 pieces so far this season, Dane. We have had the 3, Cotton twice, Peterson once, McVeigh with 39. Aquera misses that one. Oh, Davis might have had a piece of that when he stepped out of the floor, was able to keep it alive. 30 for Kendrick Davis. He's 11 of 21 from the field. He's the dominant player on the court. He is the biggest reason that Sydney are up 12 in the ball game. He's looking for more. He is in hunt mode tonight, is KD. Dominant third term for the Kings. Outscored them by 11, as you see on screen. Dellavedova leaves that one short. Windler the rebound. Annalie, what did Brian Goorjian have to say at three-quarter time?
The overall message was really calm, but it was just defense is going to win us this game. Keep up the defensive pressure, and that's what will carry us over the line.
Done a sterling job to this point in the contest. Doolittle for three. Maybe now's his time.
And Bullclaw raised his hand at Brian like, that's my bad. He got caught sagging off a little bit. Gave Doolittle some space, which he was shocked that he had, and Doolittle made him pay.
Here's a gamer. He's a big player, big moments player, Christian Doolittle. He could yet have a say on the outcome of this one.
Is that a zone, coach?
Davis, Dellavedova, Cook, Suarez and Quoll. Davis gets inside, pushes it home, 32.
If it is, they better get out of it quick, because he just split the zone and shot a runner. Man, what was that?
Over and back here against Duke Jr. Might be the twilight zone that they're running with Sydney Kings.
Oh, man.
Dellavedova checks out of the game. Duke Jr. was left frustrated by that. He thought Daly got a piece of it to knock it over the timeline. In fact, it has been no back court. So take it over the back there, inbounding it. It's the message from Ken Widgeon. Davis into another for 35, a season best for KD.
Come on, man.
And he's got more left in reserve, you feel.
This is when you gotta have a timeout and a talk and say, I got him. Somebody's gotta pick this guy up. Because right now they're letting him do what he wants to do.
Doolittle, no. Duke Jr., no. Quoll the rebounds.
We are witnessing something special.
He loves playing against this Perth Wildcats team. His 4th 30-point game against the Wildcats from 6 outings, Kendrick Davis. It's like a red jersey to a bull. And Kendrick is charging through this Perth defense tonight.
You talk about the powerhouse teams in Adelaide and Melbourne United. You got to put the Sydney Kings right in that group if they're playing like this.
Yeah, 100%.
Ceilings as high as anyone as Cooks drops that one in. He is up to 6 of 6 on the night, Xavier, 15 points. And he will go to the line to add one more and make it an 18-point game.
Coach, they breaking their spirit. They breaking Perth's spirit.
It's broke.
They physically manhandle them. All started with Bullclaw. The Bullclaw defensive highlight package is coming.
Oh, it's coming.
Now, he's not going to probably win the Defensive Player of the Year, but he's in the all-defensive team.
He's going to win the defensive player of this game, that's for sure.
100%.
He's taking Doolittle right out of the whole game, either physically or in his head. And now it's caused problems because Doolittle's the leader of this team. And if Doolittle's not going, then nobody's going.
That's why there is so much frustration when he does find himself in foul trouble, Bullclaw, because he is so important. We know what he can do and the kind of wrecking ball he can be on the defensive end.
When he harnesses it and not getting early foul trouble, he doesn't let you get a catch easy. Oh, no.
Kendrick for 37.
Oh, no. Is it that easy, KD?
It is tonight. He is getting all that he wants, KD. He is a class above in the jungle. And Sydney leads by 19 points at the Tangerine timeout. It is 85-66 to the Kings. This has been quite the masterpiece from Kendrick Davis.
He's so good, it makes you mad. You want to put your shoes on and try it yourself. No, he's going to kill me too, but I still want to try it, man. You know what I mean? Come on, bro.
The equal second best scoring performance of his career thus far. And from the moment he walked out there tonight, he just had that look of determination, that look that it was going to be his evening, and he has made it into exactly that.
What's his high?
39 it is. That came in round 16 last year against Tassie in a loss of all things.
Oh, that's falling.
Yeah. That's gone on the next possession, potentially.
He gone.
Indeed, he gone.
He gone. Wow. What a night. What a night.
Yep. It was a night that would demand a big performance from one of the stars, and Davis has certainly delivered that. Kings by 19 points. 7 minutes remaining. Remember, Perth led by 17 with 6 minutes remaining just 5 days ago. JLA drives into the middle. He's fouled by Suarez.
And what would the Perth fans be thinking now? Last week, Cotton and his crew came in and broke their hearts. To put on a performance like this the next week, what are you thinking, Damon?
Yeah, I mean, all that huffing and puffing and you got mad last week, it don't count for nothing right now if you come out here and you can't defend. I felt like the offense let them down against Adelaide. Offensive execution late. Defense wasn't the issue per se like it is right now. But like, there's only one other team in the league that's got somebody this lethal that can just take a game by himself and blow it wide open, and that's with all due respect to my man QJ, who had 42. But this is what KD has already showed us, Coach, last season. He can do this.
Yep, absolutely.
9 points to 4 in the quarter thus far. They led by 13 at three-quarter time.
Now you want to double? It's a little bit too late.
Now it's all opening up for the Kings. Rebound almost fell their way off the missed qual 3. Wildcats Jr., Windler, Doolittle, Henschel and Duke Jr. out there for Perth. Duke Jr. from outside, and that's a step in the right direction.
Now they need to play fast, Coach. It's only 6.5 to go, down 15. Now let's see what kind of poise the Sydney Kings play with.
Duke Jr. with 13, 7 assists and 3 rebounds tonight. He's a minus 20 in his 23 minutes, however. Out. 3 of 7 from outside for the import guard, the mid-season replacement for Mason Jones.
But Coach, they're trying to double him, but you got to be careful because he can split the double team.
Yes. You can't send a 4 and a 5 at him. There has to be a guard and someone who can move their feet.
Chatter between Davis and Doolittle. Cooks takes the seat, so Davis, Suarez, Noi, Malawach, and Qual is the 5 for Brian Gorgon here. Davis passing into the arms of the Perth defense. It'll come back in red. Doolittle wants it on the wing, skips it to Windler. Back to Doolittle, hand in the face. Rebound to Quatnoy. They go back in to set up this offense, and they look for KD once more. 37 in the game. He just tosses it inside to Suarez, who gets wrestled down.
Now that's smart. KD is hotter than the surface of the sun right now, but he saw his big man had a mismatch. That's what the Perth didn't do last game against Adelaide, Coach. When JLA had DJ Vasiljevic guarding, they didn't do that. Kendrick just says, this is the offense right now. Just give it to him.
Smart play. Taking the foul on someone here.
Yeah, it sounded like it might have been red, Coach. I don't want to embroil John Rillie unnecessarily, but we are just getting word it was a technical foul called on John Rillie.
Well, he's frustrated. And he has a right to be frustrated. KD's tearing him apart.
So Davis with 38, the second best scoring performance of his career. Suarez to shoot the 2 free throws after the technical from Davis. And now...
Let me tell you something. You know how good that flight's going to be coming back for KD? When you drop 38 numbers, 38 plus, it's a long flight to get back. But look, that flight feels like you just you're going to Adelaide, like a 45-minute flight. Bro.
Plenty of times you can watch the highlights on replay.
That's right.
And you just keep queuing it up. 18-point Sydney lead. Suarez made both at the line. Duke Jr. leaves it short. And KD with 38. 3 players have got a 40-piece so far in this NBL season. It's happened 3 times. 2 players have got one. Cotton twice and Peterson once.
Can't call a timeout.
KD wanted the timeout.
Can't call a timeout before.
He was looking for it with a live ball. Wildcats Jr. walks over to John Rillie. He's on race.
See, in America, the American guards come over here. And in America, you can do that. You can't do it over here.
Players can't call timeout as people. What?
Yep. Kendrick Davis has been here for the part of 18 months.
Yeah, he should know. He should know.
Maybe just a little bit of a brain fade there. He hasn't done too much wrong tonight. Possession arrow keeps it with Sydney. Malawach with another tough finish. He's got 6 on the night, and they've all been impressive.
They're bullying them now.
It's bully ball,
yeah,
coach.
They're just playing like they're playing their little brother.
On both ends. Kick it up. Oh.
20-point lead for the Kings.
In Perth.
Coming off a tough loss. Coming off a...
When have you gone to Perth and blown them out like this? In Perth?
Brisbane did it earlier in the season. Remember that first, it was the 17-point win that Brisbane had earlier in the season. But for the Kings, Perth have won, I think, 20 of 25 at home against the Kings over recent years. So they've had the wood on them, as they do most teams in this venue. They're coming off, as John really described it yesterday, 76 good minutes of basketball last weekend when they couldn't find what they needed for only about 3.5.
76 good minutes.
Hardly even put together 3.5 good minutes tonight.
I was going to say tonight is 7 or 6.
6, 7?
Yeah, 6, 7. Certainly not 76. That's for sure. 76 bad minutes.
So,
you're right, though, Coach. This is the best version of the Kings. The best version of the Kings can win a championship.
100%.
We've seen the best version. We've seen the best version of a few teams in the league so far. We've seen Adelaide, Melbourne, Sydney.
Southeast Melbourne. We've seen them play well.
Yep.
Yes.
Now, can you replicate it? Can you do it more than once every other 3 or 4 games? If you can string them together.
And Sydney do have a tough road coming up. So this win is more important than you think because it builds a lot of confidence.
So just to do the accounting here, the foul was called unsportsmanlike. So 2 shots for Courtney, and then Kendrick Davis will come up with it here. Noy for 3. Got it. 24-point lead to Sydney.
This ain't fair. It ain't fair.
This is a statement of giant proportions. 94-70. 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this one at the Tangerine timeout.
This is the quietest I've heard the Red Army in years.
Coming off a record crowd, of course, last Sunday of 13,661. They have been silenced tonight. Of course, the 100-year tour for the Harlem Globetrotters is coming up. They're coming to your city. 100 years of thrills, laughs, joy. Your only chance to be part of the Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour across Australia and New Zealand. Don't miss your chance to be part of the legacy. Buy tickets now by scanning that QR code on screen.
100 years, huh? I feel like I saw the first one. A long time, bro.
I remember Meadowlark Lemon.
Yeah, they were.
Curly
Neal, yeah.
The Sydney Kings have looked Globetrotters-esque tonight, particularly one of them.
Absolutely.
That man in the middle there.
And the Wildcats are looking like the Washington Generals.
So here's the next 5 for Sydney Copes. They go to Melbourne on Sunday, and then they get a 4-game home stand.
Let me tell you something. Melbourne have lost 3 in a row, right?
Yep.
Sydney go into Melbourne and play like this.
They already came to John Kane and put the beat down on them.
That's right. So
them the first loss of the season.
This could be a fun Sunday. For Sydney anyway.
And of course, Perth, they've got the flight to Brisbane. So they go to Brisbane on Sunday for the late game. So it's going to be a taxing weekend for both of these teams. And the Kings have certainly started it on the right foot. Here you see Perth's next 5 at Brisbane, Southeast, at Tassie, at Adelaide, and at Brisbane. So a little road stand for the Wildcats. Noah Kwaku-Herg gets his first points of the evening to go. Only the 7th appearance for the French big man so far this season.
I need the 40-piece, coach.
It's coming.
Before he gets the hook.
38 for Davis. He's turning facilitator as Noy hits another 3. So Davis has got 38, 4 rebounds, 8 assists.
Someone mentioned Quat Noy had lost some confidence. Whoever wrote that.
It wasn't me.
Has lost their mind.
It's one thing to lose a game in a high-scoring affair. You don't feel that bad about it. But when you only can score 72 points at home, you feel real bad about this.
Davis looking for it.
No, when you give up 99 at home, that's a problem. 99 plus at home.
Cooks tips at home, 17 points on 7 of 7 shooting for Xavier Cooks.
100%.
6 rebounds, 3 assists. Doolittle fading away, no good. Kwaku-Herg keeps it alive, throws it off the foot of Cooks.
and the Kings have given up 21 offensive rebounds and are still up by 20. Is that 27?
27.
Good Lord.
Perth's biggest loss prior to tonight, 22. It came against the Sydney Kings back in round 5.
And the Wildcats have taken 75 shots to Sydney's 66, and they're down 27.
Clearly, Brian Goorjian hasn't been to the theatre any time lately because he subbed Kendrick Davis out.
Brian
Come
has
on,
no
Gorge.
respect for 40 pieces.
Can't have that. Full call going behind the back on Dante Russo-Nance. Malawonch has been impressive.
So I'm going to say we can only talk about what we currently see so far this season. The formula for beating the Perth Wildcats, and every team can't do this, is to physically maul them.
Yeah.
Sydney Kings are now 2-0 against them. Sydney are the only team that has the personnel that can play like this on the defensive end. Southeast Melbourne Phoenix play a different way of defense. But they pressure you, but they don't physically beat you to a pulp.
They don't
like
have a
the teams
KD.
they're doing.
Sobe's close, but he's not a KD, but he can score.
It's been so impressive from the Kings this evening. And the Wildcats have hardly been able to buy one. 32% from the field. At the other end, the Kings are shooting 56%. They're 13 of 31 from outside. They're 10 of 14 at the line. The Wildcats 12 of 38 from outside and 10 of 17 at the strike. Noi for another three. It just gets better and better for Sydney.
Except for Quat. 18.6 of 8.
5 of 6 from outside.
This is the kind of game that makes you feel real good about yourself.
Yeah, Quat getting his groove back.
As a team.
A 30-point lead for the Sydney Kings. Let's take a look at the Amy replay.
This is a play. Actually, wasn't much of a play. Quad just came to the ball. He just came there, caught it, shot it. A 30-point beatdown, coach, but you can't score more than 72 points. And Christian Doolittle, like, obviously KD is the offensive player of the game.
Yep.
We all know who the defensive player of the game is.
Bull Quad. Give it to him. He took Doolittle out of the game from the word go. They were wrestling. The first play of the game, they hit the floor. To let you know it's going to be physical.
It's the kind of night where you go to the stats book. So Perth's biggest loss here at RAC Arena is 29 points. They had that against Melbourne in the early part of last season. Sydney's biggest ever win over the Wildcats, 33 points. Wow.
And when we see the fans, some of the Red Army said, we got to get to the car. We out of here. We got to beat the traffic.
You be smart, too.
There's a late one from Sunday's edge. He's been shooting the ball nicely from outside, 3 of 6. He's got 9 points on the evening. 28 points is this Sydney lead. Their biggest win was 37 earlier in the season. Robertson from outside, around and out. Rebound to Cam Hoofner, who's out there now with Pepper, Kwakberg, Detch, and Russo-Nance. Noah pulls down the rebound there. Dante Russo-Nance, who is 2 of 22 from outside this season, thinks, I won't shoot the three, I'll just take it inside and go to the reverse.
He started early in the season, but obviously the backcourt has been bolstered with the addition of David Dukes Jr. and Jaren Ridley, so Dante Russo-Nance's minutes have been compromised.
What do you think Perth are missing right now, Demo?
Some defensive heart.
And
Quite noise turns around, gives it to the Perth bench.
Quite so, man, you guys leaving me like this. Are you kidding me? I can shoot this ball, man. This is what I do.
And he's dancing his way home tonight.
This is what I do.
Just out there having a good
Oh, man, you love it.
He always brings the energy. 6 of 7 from outside for Quatnoy. 21 points for him. This is the kind of form that we saw him display so many times last year, and doing it at the defensive end as well.
And Bull Qual, coach, had 2 fouls early in the first quarter. Didn't get another one.
Smart.
Did not get another one.
Well played.
He's gotten better, man. You got to give it to him. I was hard on him for 2 years, 3 years in a row. But he's learning. I mean, he's still not great, but he's a whole lot better. He changed this game, let me tell you right now.
So Dan stepping through, continues to cut back into the margin.
What do you think Perth need, Coach?
I think they need a point guard. I think they need someone who can slow the tempo. You don't have to run because other teams are running. I think they need someone who can get guys involved. I think they need, and look, they got a lot of talent on this team, and they're going to play better. They had a bad one tonight, but I still think David Duke Jr. is a very good guard, but he's not a facilitator. He's not a point guard.
You need Jaren Riley out there on the floor.
You need Jaren Riley, right? Jaren Riley was doing a good job as well. But you can't let a team come in here and beat you at home like this. I don't care who they are.
Jared really expected to be back sometime after Christmas or just after the New Year, of course, from that hamstring injury. I'm really saying during the week it doesn't. He's not 100% sure where their first-year DP is at. Brian Goorjian would have to be delighted. And again, it's another example of how Brian Goorjian can steal this Sydney team to really get up for a big fight like this.
Yeah, one of the master motivators. When the chips are down, when Brian comes into a press conference and says we are fighting for our lives already.
But he said that 100 times. He says that every week.
So Kendrick Davis with 38 points, the most by any Sydney player at RAC Arena. A masterclass tonight, one off his career high, second best scoring outing of his career. It is a 29-point Sydney win. A lead at the moment. Russo Nance tosses it away. And the Sydney Kings reign in the jungle. Perth's equal biggest loss at RAC Arena. And it was all at the hands of that man. It was KD's kingdom tonight. 108-79 off the back of 38 of the best from Kendrick Davis.
From woe to go. From woe to go. There wasn't a matchup out there on the floor for KD. Perth Wildcats did not adjust. There's some people in the league, Coach, that need special rules.
Yep.
He's one of them.
Yes, he is. The good thing about it, too, was he didn't force anything. He took what they gave him, and he went to work, and it looked good.
That was an impressive performance tonight. A performance of real style and substance from the Sydney Kings. They get to 8-7 on the season. Perth falls to 9-8. And those margins in this top six are ever so fine as we get toward the back end of this season.
We're seeing some of the teams lose games that you probably wouldn't think would happen. And they're going to win some games that you probably wouldn't think would happen either. But you got to just jockey for position. You got to get yourself into that top four. You do not want to be 5 or 6. As history has shown, you're not winning a championship. Home court advantage is going to be vital. Can you imagine going to Adelaide and they got the home court advantage, or going to Sydney? Is that important? So this is a humongous road win for the Kings. Now they need to be able to string them together.
And they just keep being able to get up for these kind of contests, the Sydney Kings. They've saved their best for the best the competition has to offer, as did Kendrick Davis tonight. 38 points, our foot like a player of the game, and he is with Arnold Maley.
38 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. How did that feel out there?
Felt great, most importantly, getting a win. I don't care about the stats. We got to win, and that's what we needed.
As a team, you guys seem to be playing with a lot of intensity. Your defense is unreal. What do you have to say about your group and the way that they're playing right now?
We got so much room to get better, and it's...
That is smart from Annalie Maley. That is someone for whom it is not their first rodeo.
She got a quick first step. She needed it.
Yeah, she saw that coming from an absolute mile away. That was expertly handled. Didn't need the early shower. Kendrick Davis tonight showered them in points.
He was unbelievable, Coach. He was Kendrick Lamar-like. He was ready to squabble up. Now, he just did everything he wanted out there on the floor. It didn't matter who they put on him once he got hot. When you let a dude feel that good about life, things are going to get tough for you.
Let's hear from him. He's back with Adelaide.
I saw that coming from a mile away. I saw them coming over with the water bottles. I don't know, what am I supposed to do? Anyway, as I was saying, that was an unbelievable game from your group. Looking forward, what are you taking out of that win?
We know the team that we can be. We've shown it through glimpses throughout the season. every team going through adversity right now across the league, and we believe in our group 1,000%. Coach, we got one of the best coaches ever to do this. We got a Hall of Famer in Delhi. We got a leader in X, who's an Australian Hall of Famer. So we believe in our group. Today we had multiple guys step up: Bull, McQuatch, Kuwait, Tyler, JG, Brucey. List go on and on, Tim. And yeah, we believe in our group. I love this group. I love our coaching staff. Yeah, I love everything about this group, about this team, and our best basketball ahead of us.
Great game today. Best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kendrick Davis with Annalie Maley. What a performance he put on tonight. He is one of one, KD, and he leads the Sydney Kings to a big win in the jungle. We'll break it all down on the other side of this. What a performance from the Sydney Kings tonight. They get it done by 29 points, 108-79. That was a real impressive win from them tonight, further stamping their credentials as one of the teams to beat in this season, and they are all lining up. Leonard Copeland, Damon Lowry to break down our match stats. They all read purple and gold.
It was all about the Kings tonight. They started off the game and they set the tone early with Bull Quall going straight to Christian Doolittle. Jumped in his chest, all in his personal space, made life extremely difficult for him, and that just fed for the rest of the team. And then KD Copes was just on a whole nother level.
Those guys wanted it more, and they came in and played extremely well from the word go. Like you said, for me, defensively, Bull Quall took Doolittle out of the game. You take your leader out of a game, it's tough to get going.
Let's take a look at our Mitsubishi Motors ladder after that one. So the Kings get up to 8-7 on the season. They leapfrog the Wildcats now. So you can just see how fine those margins are at the bottom end of that top four. The Breakers will be in action tomorrow against the South East Melbourne Phoenix. They continue their charge up the table potentially. And of course, Adelaide getting the win over United earlier tonight. which in overtime was a significant result, cements their spot atop the table. Both of these teams will be in action again on Sunday. Sydney have got the trip to Melbourne, where they have won already this season. Perth to Brisbane. This is going to be a fun Sunday of hoops.
Yeah, Melbourne United are looking very wobbly right now. Sydney Kings already touched them up at John Cain Arena, so can they go back-to-back against the Kings? And then Brisbane copes perfect. They got to lick their wounds and get back on the...
Brisbane are looking a little bit better now. They brought in a couple of new imports, and those guys were playing well. They didn't win, but they're playing well.
Yeah, they're not going to be a pushover on Sunday, the Brisbane Bullets, by any stretch of the imagination. And for Perth, it's a long flight up to that part of the world. It's going to be a testing weekend for them, and how can they regroup off the back of this one? So a real win of substance for the Sydney Kings tonight, a win that really plants them and gets their flag down as one of the contenders in this NBL season. The late show was good fun. Is it Saturday yet?
Is it Saturday morning? Let's go home.
Man, I might as well go to the club, man. What y'all talking about going home?
Great work from you two tonight. Thanks to Annalie Maley. Thanks to all of our crew behind the scenes here. Well, what a performance it was from Kendrick Davis and the Sydney Kings. They leapfrog the Wildcats up into fourth. Heaps more hoops coming this weekend.
This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Bunnings Warehouse.
To my left is camera right. Oh, hi. Because we don't have comms.